I recently made a 180 Scout and 180 hand cannon video after their buff, how they're doing, what they need to perform. Now the 150 RPM Scout video is coming. That's about 16 minutes long. I'm also working on a couple more videos, and one of them includes underutilized perks that just get glossed over. While working on that video, I came across something that was there the whole time. And instead of talking about it in just a small section of that video, I wanted to dedicate an entire one for a couple reasons. It's strong. It's a little PSA, so check your vaults. It's also proving the point of that video coming up, glossing things over, because I do it too. And as I talk about this, the gameplay is going to speak for itself. Just watch it. Today is all about Frenzy on the 180 archetype, and it's crazy on the 180 RPM Scout. I'm going to talk about the hand cannon too, and in those videos, I brought up multiple times that these weapons still have a 1-second TTK. That keeps them in check. They can't run away from that. But things that make them more desirable. They got a massive ease of use buff. That makes them more appealing. They made both the 180 Scout and hand cannon easier to use by upping the crit and body damage. So for the hand cannon, they increased the body shot damage to 40, headshot to 60, so it's 100 damage with a headshot and a body. You can 2 crit, 2 body against Guardians. 180 RPM Scout, body damage now 38, crit 60.8, can 2 crit, 2 body, 197 and lower. Easier to use. But in those videos, I also talked about how getting them rolling is what you need to do. The new crit damage from 60, 61, it pushes them to a place where they can 3-tap with damage perks, kill clip, harmony, radiance, from a rift, whatever it is. As far as Frenzy, Vision of Confluence is the only 180 Scout with Frenzy. And this week is Vault of Glass for raids, so another reason why I wanted to do a dedicated video. If you're going for, let's say, Time Lost Found Verdicts, Fatebringers, whatever, don't forget about Vision of Confluence. Be looking out for kill clip and now Frenzy. Because of the Scout playstyle, Frenzy is in a really, really good spot, very viable. You're able to chip shots, be in gunfights, and then unleash streaks of doing 70 per crit, 210. Before the crit buff, Frenzy did only 62.5. The 3-tap is 187, it couldn't do it. And what's crazy, before the buff, Vision, a 180 Scout, with Frenzy, 65.5 to the head, 39.1 to the body. So Frenzy would allow you to 2 head, 2 body in the past, but it does that at base now. They've come a long way, so with Frenzy, it 3-taps. And with Frenzy, being in combat for an extended time increases damage, handling, and reload for this weapon until you're out of combat. It can activate when stowed, or it's out, and Frenzy's going to be on all weapons that have Frenzy, so in some of this gameplay, I'm running double Frenzy. Being in combat means you need to deal or receive damage within 5 seconds. And after 12 seconds, you get 15% more damage, plus 50 handling, plus 50 reload. Frenzy right now, and spoiler, it's going to be in the upcoming video about underutilized perks. Obviously, but in the current meta, and it's going to continue on, with the healing meta in Scorch is a big thing, you also see me using Gemini Gestures. Now, the idea is you take your shots, after the first shot lands, or after you receive a shot, you have 5 seconds to receive or deal damage. Once you do, the 5-second timer in the background resets. Once you get to 12, Frenzy's up. Same deal. To keep Frenzy up, every 5 seconds you need to take or receive damage. Things like Scorch, as you're scorching someone, each time it ticks, it's resetting that 5-second timer. And with something like Gemini Gestures, once you dodge next to them, it does that 1 or 2 damage, that counts as dealing damage. So that's how you can extend that timer. And also a PSA, if we get a new weapon next season that's a 180 Scout that has Frenzy, it's something to look at. The one that I have is High Cal Killing Wind Frenzy. And I've been very impressed on how it's performing on longer range maps, because again, with the Scout playstyle, you're doing a lot of chip damage. And when Frenzy is going, it is better than Box Hung Jury, it is. We talked about it in that video. The Box Hung Jury, again, at any moment can drop a 0.67 on you. But with something like this, and 6v6 is crazy, but in Trials it can work. I've seen players use Frenzy in Trials, especially with peak battles, taking, receiving damage. You get to a point, Frenzy's gonna be up, you're at a distance, and you can be extremely aggressive, going for 3-taps. Now, on the other side, Survivor's Epitaph. And the one I've been using is Killing Wind Kill Clip, but also it's a double roll, I have Killing Wind Frenzy. So it's the same thing as this Scout. It's the same deal, but in hand cannon form. Take, receive damage, and pairing, let's say, Monarch with it is also gonna be pretty good because the little poison tags, every time a damage number comes up, it resets that 5-second timer. And 12 seconds sounds like a long time, but here's the horror's least. It also has Frenzy, I'm gonna talk about it in that upcoming video. It isn't that difficult. In these 5-second gaps, you just have to take or receive damage. And there will be cover. There's things like healing. There's things like Scorch. They're going to be taking chip shots at you. It's not difficult at all to get up. And with Frenzy on something like, let's say, Fatebringer. Frenzy is going to allow Fatebringer, a 140 hand cannon, to 2 crit 1 body. So it has ease of use. But with something like these, it's actually a TTK shift. doing 70 to the head for a 3-tap. So there's different values when it comes to Frenzy. So Frenzy can be valuable depending on the archetype and what you want to get out of it. But being in the back with the Scout, like I said, I'm going to talk about the 150s pretty soon. They are really, really good. And in that 180 video, I did put the kill clip Vision of Confluence. Now the deal with that is you still have to get a kill, and then you can 3-tap from there, and then you can kill clip cancel. But with Frenzy, you don't have to get a kill. There are many times where I'm just taking my shots, moving position to position. I'm taking or dealing damage within that 5-second window, Frenzy's up, and then I start going to work. I'm gonna be doing Vault this week. I'm looking for a couple weapons, and if you are, be on the lookout too. And at the end here, if you want to watch, I have some gameplay showing how Frenzy's getting started and how the streak is continuing. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Check your vaults, try it out. When they get going, they are awesome. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.
Enemy claims Zone A. Down. Zone C captured. You made that look easy, Warlock. You captured Zone A. You have advantage. Zone B captured. Power pressure. Keep the pressure on. Yes! 3 down! Look at them fall! That's why we have fire teams. As one. I love you.